Hello everyone, my name is Mumazid Mumazri and today I would like to share my reflective journey using a symbolic object which is a lump of clay. At first glance, a lump of clay may seem simple and unremarkable. However, after completing my written reflection, I realized that this object now holds a much deeper meaning for me. A lump of clay symbolizes versatility, adaptability, and potential. Clay can be shaped into anything, but only with patience, effort, and proper guidance. Previously, I saw myself as someone who struggled to adapt under pressure. Now, after reflecting on my experiences, I see myself as a clay that is still being molded, capable of change, growth, and improvement, especially as a future educator. So, my reflective growth and what I learned about myself is through this reflective process, I learned a great deal about myself as both a learner and a future teacher. The incident that shaped this reflection occurred during my diploma in English, where I faced a failed group presentation. At the time, I felt overwhelmed by multiple assignments, lacked confidence, and failed to communicate effectively with my group members, and one of them relied heavily on AI to prepare the slides without discussion. As a result, I was unable to fully understand or explain the content during the presentation. Emotionally, the experience was intense. I felt angry, embarrassed, disappointed, and humiliated, especially when the lecturer expressed dissatisfaction in front of the class. However, through reflection, I realized that I could not place the blame solely on others. I was also responsible for failing to check the slides, manage my time properly, and communicate my concerns. What surprised me most was how powerful reflection can be. When we were given a second chance, my group and I worked collaboratively, researched properly, reduced our reliance on AI, and prepared thoroughly. The second presentation went smoothly, and this contrast showed me how effort, preparations, and communication can completely change outcomes. This experience taught me that mistakes are not the end, they are opportunities to learn, much like removing impurities from clay before shaping it. Moving on to professional applications and influence on my future teaching. These insights will strongly influence my future teaching practices. Firstly, I now understand the importance of clear communications as a teacher. I must ensure the instructions, expectations, and feedbacks are communicated effectively to students. Miscommunications can easily lead to confusions, disengagements, and failure. Secondly, I have learned to be more reflective and adaptable. Teaching is unpredictable, and challenges will always arise. Instead of panicking or blaming others, I must reflect, adapt, and improve, just as clay can be reshaped after a mistake. Thirdly, this reflection has shaped how I view AI in education. While AI can be used as a tool for generating ideas, it should never replace critical thinking or genuine effort. As a future teacher, I aim to guide students on using AI responsibly while still encouraging originality, creativity, and independent learning. Overall, this experience has helped me move closer to become a more patient, responsible, and reflective educator. Next is broader meaning and symbolism. On a deeper level, a lump of clay symbolizes not just the single experience but my entire journey of growth. Clay must be cleaned, molded, shaped, and left to dry, which stage requires patience. Similarly, personal growth takes time as well. The mistakes I made were likely foreign objects in the clay. By reflecting on them, I was able to remove what held me back and strengthen my character. If I were to pass a message to other teachers using this object, it would be this: students are not finished products, they are clay, constantly learning, changing, and evolving. Our role as educators is not to judge imperfections, but to guide the molding process with care and understanding. Lastly, which is my conclusion. So, to conclude, this lump of clay no longer symbolizes failure or uncertainty for me. Instead, it represents growth through reflections. I am still being molded and I will continue to shape myself through experience, reflection, and learning. While perfection may be a myth, progress is not. And with patience and effort, I can become a better version of myself as both learner and a teacher in the future. Thank you.